Hi traders, welcome to weekly analysis by Trade with Asim and Sajjad. We'll analyze market from 17 to 21st December 2018. This week we are expecting some high impact news events for all major pairs and it's going to be much volatile week. Let's have a look at economic calendar for Monday. There is high impact news for Euro at 10 GMT. It's a CPI. The forecast is same, but still we will have some volatility during these hours. Later in the day we have some medium impact news and I'm not expecting much volatility. We move on next to Tuesday, December 18, and the day will start with Australian mid-year economic and fiscal outlook and RBA meeting minutes. Very important event for Australian dollar. Later in the day at 9 GMT we have German IFO Business Climate Index. It's important event and we can expect bigger volatility in Euro pairs. At 13:30 GMT, building permits for US dollar. Then later we have some medium impact news for Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Near the day end we have a JPY, adjusted trade balance. I think it's important event and we can expect some drop in a USD JPY pair. On Wednesday, December 19, we are expecting bigger news events. The first one will be for GBP, CPI at 9:30 GMT. Then later for Canadian dollar we have core CPI. At 15 GMT, existence home sales and crude oil inventories. Then later on at 19 GMT, very important events, FOMC economic projections, FOMC statement, Fed interest rate decision and FOMC press conference. Do keep in mind that during these hours, we can expect bigger volatility for all US major pairs. After that at 21:45 GMT, for New Zealand dollar we have a GDP. The forecast is pretty positive and we can expect a strength in New Zealand pairs. Then on Thursday, December 20th, the day will start with employment change news event for Australian dollar. Very important event and we can expect some bigger volatility during these hours. For Japanese yen, we have a Bank of Japan monetary policy statement, Bank of Japan interest rate decision and then press conference. This time I'm expecting a bigger drop in USD JPY pair. Later at 9:30 GMT for GBP we have set of news. The most important one will be retail sales MOM. The forecast is positive and we can expect some strength in GBP. Then after that at 12 GMT, Bank of England interest rate decision. Again an important event, and on Thursday we are going to see much stronger British pound. At 13:30 GMT we have Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index. The forecast is positive and we can expect some strength for US dollar. On Friday, December 21st, the day will start with some medium impact news for Euro. Then later at 9:30 GMT for British pound we have GDP. We will also have a Fed Chair Powell speech and this is very important event and we can expect some volatility for all US pairs. At 13:30 GMT we have a GDP for US dollar. At the same time core retail sales and GDP for Canadian dollar. The forecast is positive and we can expect a drop in a USD CAD pair. Then after that nothing special. So guys, I wish you best of luck for the coming week. Let's move to dollar index. If we have a look at a dollar index overall trend, it's strongly bullish, especially after it bounced back from 93.83. It's making higher highs, but from the last few days we are seeing the market is moving sideways. In the coming week there will be high impact news events for US dollar and I'm expecting that a dollar index may rise to 98.46. In case of negative data, a dollar index can drop to 96.17 and below. Let's have a look at a smaller time frames. On 4-hour time frame we can see it just ranging, rising up and then dropping, rising and dropping, and on Friday we saw a bigger spike in dollar index. At the moment it looks like it's getting ready for a bigger rally to 98.46 and above. We move on to euro dollar. Euro dollar is also moving sideways for the last few days and we are seeing that it's making kind of dojis. It's just showing the indecision. The current political situation in Eurozone is indicate euro dollar is getting ready for another drop, and if it drops this time it's going to 1.1184. While Brexit negotiations are also on the way, so in case of some positive remarks, in that case we can expect bigger rallies and it can rally all the way to 1.1503 and above. We'll also see how it looks on 4-hour time frame. And here we can see it's moving in a tight range, and in the coming week we might see another drop. Currently it's at a strong resistance area, and I'm expecting a drop from this level to 1.1184. We move on to pound dollar. The overall trend for pound dollar is bearish. It has broken a support level at 1.2704. Though in the coming week we are expecting high impact news for pound. In case of positive data, it can rally to 1.2953, but if the data is negative, then it will be straight dive to 1.2158 and below. We move on to dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is moving nicely. It was supposed to drop from this level, but on Thursday and Friday we saw a pullback. It needs to break above 1.3445. In that case, it can rise to 1.3539 and above. While failure in this can result in a bigger drop. In case of drop, it can drop all the way to 1.3161 and below. We will also see how it looks on 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, it looks much stronger. It depends whether it can close above this level. A break above this level will result in achieving target of 1.3539. While there is also strong support at 1.3305, a break below this level can result in a bigger drop to 1.3161. We will move on to dollar JPY. We have seen some interesting moves in dollar JPY. Dollar JPY is also moving in a very tight range, and it has been rejected from this level. We haven't seen a break above 114.57. On Friday, the daily close is indicating further drop, and in the coming week I'm expecting a drop to 111.82. We will see how it looks on a 4-hour time frame. Here we can notice that it's just making higher lows. It hasn't been successful so far. It needs to break above this level to reach to 114.57. For me, I'm personally bearish on dollar JPY, and I'm expecting a drop to 111.82. Let's move to dollar Swiss. USD CHF bounced back from 0.9863, and since then it's looking stronger. Though on Wednesday and Thursday it was indicating for a further drop, but on Friday it managed to close at 0.9977. Though it's still near the resistance level of 1.00, and a break above this will result in 1.0131. I'm waiting for a break above 1.00, and then I'll be bullish till 1.02 and above. We will also see how it looks on 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour, it's indicating that it's just getting some bullish momentum. But 1.00 is a key level, and it may even start dropping down from the current level, and in case of drop it can drop all the way to 0.9832. We will see how Aussie dollar is doing. Since start of the month, Australian dollar lost its value against US dollar, and currently it's looking very weak. Currently it's on a strong support level. We have seen this pullback. On Monday it may start rising up again to 0.7250. But from this level I'm expecting a drop again, and if it starts dropping down it can drop all the way to 0.7024. In the coming week we are also expecting some economic data for Australian dollar. In case of positive data it can also rally to 0.7392 and above. Let's move to New Zealand USD pair. New Zealand USD is also presenting the same story. When it started dropping down, from here we saw the pullback, but these three candles are showing a strong rejection, and on Friday we saw this bigger drop. In the coming few days it may go for a correction, but the overall trend is bearish, and it's supposed to drop all the way to 0.6639. We will analyze it on 4-hour time frame, and here we can see at this level it was a bigger indication for a drop, and from here we saw this bigger drop, and on Monday it may go for a correction. Otherwise it can be straightforward drop, and in the coming week we can expect a 0.6639 as a target. Let's move to gold. Gold is performing well for the last few weeks. After breaking 1234 hard resistance level, gold has managed to reach 1250, but on that level it tried few days, but the price got rejected. On Friday, gold dropped to 1233, but it recovered quickly, and at the moment it's at 1238.59. I believe gold will try again to break 1250 level. In case of break above this, it can reach all the way to 1266. In case of failure, it can again drop to its previous low, which is 1211.74. Let's analyze it on 4-hour time frame. Though on 4-hour time frame it looks bearish, but this bullish engulfing candle is indicating that it can try again to break above 1250, and doing so it can target 1266 and above. We move on to Nasdaq 100. We saw stronger pullback in Nasdaq 100 from Monday. It went up all the way to 68.77, but from there we saw a bigger rejection. These two candles are indicating for a bigger move, and then on Friday we saw this move. It dropped to 65.84. I'm bearish on Nasdaq 100. It can drop all the way to 62.80 and below, but we have a strong support at 6500. Nasdaq 100 bounce back from here, and it can again try to break above 6800. If it breaks above this, then it's heading to 69.70 and above. We'll see how it looks on 4-hour time frame. We are here, and that's the level when on Monday the market started. It got a very strong reversal. It went up all the way to 68.60, but then from here we saw this rejection, and at the moment it's just completing the structure. A break below this level can result in further drop, and it can drop all the way to 6280. So guys, that's all about our weekly analysis. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you with a new video. Until then, take care and bye.